All right, this is a battle class, so sisters, y'all definitely were in the battle too. Y'all took some heads off. Y'all nailed. I forgot what was the sister name that got the nail in the hammer and hacker. Y'all remember that sister's name? Oh, y'all ain't reading. Yeah, I think it was Deborah. Let me see. Let me make sure. Let me see. Boy, hey, sisters, all right now. Don't sleep on the sisters now. Jael. I think that's how you say her name. Jael. Yeah, boy, she was not playing. Yeah, y'all brothers could come up to the front. Ain't Oh, yeah, as you can see, we light. We light today. All right, we good to go? Yo, we good to go? Okay, all right. Hopefully the gains ain't too much. Hey, let's put up the thumbnail. And today's class is King David and his army. All right. All praises, IUIC San Antonio. Y'all subscribe. All right, let's get back to it. All right, start off with Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. Romans chapter 15 and verse 4.
The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime.
So the Bible was written aforetime. From Genesis to Revelation, it was written aforetime. And we're talking about in the present. Read.
Were written for our learning.
Hey, turn his gains down. Yeah. It's spiking. Yep. So everything that was written aforetime was written for our learning. Read on.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures.
So we have to have patience. It says, let patience do its good work. So it's going to perfect us, right? So you have to have patience. Read on.
Might have hope.
So that's patience in the scriptures. That's what's going to give us hope. We know such things as Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. Matter of fact, I want the one in Revelations. You know, the one in that he's going to wipe all our tears away. Is that what, 20, 21? Let me see. 21 and verse 4.
Revelation chapter 21, verse 4.
Start from verse 1.
Verse 1.
4.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. And there was no more sea.
Read.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men. And I heard, verse 3, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God.
Read on.
And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
So that's the patience that we hope for. These are the things that should encourage you, that should motivate you and pursue in keeping God's commandments. All right, so let's get 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 16. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 16. You definitely have to go back. This is for when they do try to come up against us. You know, some of us are going to die, but boy, listen here. Like Bishop Asaph say, when he comes back, he going to find you, he going to hang you. Listen here, we gonna come back for you. So, but you're gonna see King David and his army, right? Let's read that. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction.
All right, let's stop right there. Let's go quickly through these scriptures. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 2. It says doctrine, for correction, for reproof. All right, let's go. Let's deal with the doctrine of God right quick.
The book of Proverbs chapter 4, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my laws.
So the doctrine of God is his laws. Read. Go back to Timothy's.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness,
Uh-huh.
that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
Could you pull up the definition for furnish? Yeah, I'm looking like I'm black like Christ today, y'all. I'm telling you, we was out in the sun cooking at that college, boy. Listen here. Pull up the definition for furnish. Because it says that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. I think that's what I posted first, right? Let me see. Let me go to the channel. ITIT. Yep. Furnish. Y'all with me? Oh, I ain't see you back there. I just see the chair. My bad. All right, let's read that.
Definition of furnish: to provide with what is needed.
So you're provided or what you need, the things that you lack, the wants that you need, God gives it to you. But it says you have to have patience in the scriptures. You have to have patience in order for all these things to be added on to you. So, but you have to know the doctrine of God in doing so. So it says that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished, given everything that it needs unto all good works. Let's look up the synonyms of furnish.
Synonyms of furnish.
No, he got to click it.
Yeah, click.
Yeah, just
okay, that works.
Nah. Them. We could use those. I don't know how to say that first one.
A culture.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
A culture.
I don't know,
or a culture.
man. But fit,
Culture.
outfit, supply, counter, gird, provision, equip. I would rather go up. I seen when I clicked it gave us some other ones, some ones that we could identify with.
Scroll up.
Scroll up. Yep, click that.
Yeah.
Yep, scroll down.
Click
yeah. You see that?
There
You see that? Yeah, like a lot easier.
There we go.
It gave some other ones. Fortify. You see that? Fortify, contribute, go down. Bestow, portion, donate, give, store, assign. So this is what, for you to become perfect, the Lord's going to give you, assign, bestow, fortify. He's going to give you those types of spirits. So that way you could be perfectly furnished to all good works. Now let's get to it, right? So, Israel wanted a king. And go to 1 Samuel chapter 9. Let's read verse 1 and 2. Israel wanted a king. So God gave them a king according to their hearts. But God did choose them. He didn't just choose any king. He chose one. Okay, this is what you want. This is the king you want. Not the king you want, but you want a king? Well, I'm going to give you one. But he didn't give them a king according to his heart, according to his mind. Let's read that.
1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
And he had one?
Yeah.
Okay. Verse 1. Now there was a man of Benjamin whose name was Kish, the son of Abiel, the son of Zoror, the son of Bechorath, the son of Aphiah, a Benjamite, a mighty man of power.
So he was a mighty man. Saul wasn't no peon, y'all. Saul, when you seen him, us walking today, you would think that LeBron James type of build. 6'5", 200 straight muscle. Read on.
And he had a son whose name was Saul, a choice young man, and a goodly. And there was not among the children of Israel a goodlier person than he. From his shoulders and upward, he was higher than any of the people.
You see that? So he had the physiques of his father. Yeah. The tribe of Benjamin was no joke. So Saul, it's going to tell you more about him. Read the next verse.
Verse 3. And the asses of Kish, Saul's father, were lost.
Now, there's a point we missed over there. Read verse 2 again.
Yep. And he had a son whose name was Saul, a choice young man, and a goodly. And there was not among the children of Israel a goodlier person than he.
Read.
From his shoulders and upward, he was higher than any of the people.
He was the tallest one amongst Israel. This dude was built tall. So, jump down to verse 9.
Verse 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, thus he spake, Come, and let us go to the seer. For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer.
So when you're considered a prophet, you saw the future. You were considered a seer. You prophesied about the future. All right. Jump down to just to show you, because he was amongst the little. That was the least tribe amongst the children of Israel at this time. So watch this, right? Read verse 16.
Verse 16. Tomorrow, about this time, I will send thee a man out of the land of Benjamin.
So this is the Lord speaking to Samuel. Read. And he's talking about bringing Saul to him. Read.
And thou shalt anoint him to be captain over my people Israel, that he may save my people out of the hand of the Philistines. For I have looked upon my people, because their cry is come unto me.
Read.
And when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said unto him, Behold, the man who I speak to thee of, this same shall reign over my people. Then Saul drew near to Samuel in the gate and said, Tell me, I pray thee, where the seer's house is. And Samuel answered Saul and said, I am the seer. Go up before me unto the high place, for ye shall eat with me today, and tomorrow I will let thee go, and I will tell thee all that is in thine heart. And as for thine asses that were lost 3 days ago, set not thy mind on them, for they are found. And on whom is all the desire of Israel? Is it not on thee and on all thy father's house? And Saul answered and said, Am not I a Benjamite, of the smallest of the tribes of Israel?
So he was like, what? Like, what you mean the Lord is looking at me? Why is the Lord dealing with me? We're the least amongst all the tribes. Like, why would he pick our tribe? Read on.
And my family the least of all the families of the tribe of Benjamin?
And so he's like, even amongst, Benjamin is already small, but amongst the tribe of Benjamin, we the least amongst all the families of Benjamin. This is what he don't understand about God at this point. Go to Songs chapter 113, verse 8. I think that's what I want. Psalms 113 in verse 8. There's another one in Sirach, if I'm not mistaken.
Psalms chapter 113, verse 8. That he may set him with princes, even with the princes of his people.
That's it?
He maketh the barren woman to keep house.
Yeah, that was it. So he will set you amongst princes. It don't matter what state you're in. Start from verse 7. Let me see what it say. I'm shooting from the hip.
Verse 7. Oh, Psalms chapter 113, verse 7. He raises up the poor out of the dust.
He raises up the poor, the least. He raises the poor out of the dust, read.
And lifteth the needy out of the dunghill.
You see that? So it's nothing for the Lord to make somebody at the bottom be on top. It's nothing for the Lord. So Saul's like, yo, Lord, why are you looking at me? The reason why we're going into Saul is because you're going to find out the difference between King Saul and King David. Go to Sirach chapter 11 and verse 21. Sirach chapter 11, verse 21. Get there. Let me see. All right, let's go.
Book of Sirach, chapter 11, and verse 21. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord, and abide in thy labor. For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich.
It's easy for the Lord to change your condition. All right, let's go back to that. Samuel's chapter 9. Read from where you left off.
1 Samuel chapter 9, verse, was it 12? No, 21, there we go. 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 21. Oh, wait. There we go. And Saul answered and said, am not I a Benjamite of the smallest of the tribes of Israel?
Mm-hmm.
And my family the least of all the families of the tribe of Benjamin?
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore then speakest thou so to me? And Samuel took Saul and his servants, and brought them into the parlor, and made them sit in the chiefest place among them that were bidden.
You see that? Amongst the elders, he made Saul sit amongst them. This is what the Lord doing. It's nothing for him to change your situation. Read.
Which were about 30 persons.
Uh-huh.
And Samuel said unto the cook, bring the portion which I gave thee, or which I said unto thee, set it by thee. And the cook took up the shoulder, and that which was upon it, and set it before Saul. And Samuel said, behold that which is left, set it before thee and eat. For until this time have it been kept for thee, since I said, I have invited the people. So Saul did eat with Samuel that day.
All right, jump to chapter 10.
Chapter 10, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Then Samuel took a vial of oil and poured it upon his head and kissed him and said, is it not because the Lord hath anointed thee to be captain over his inheritance? When thou art departed from me today, then thou shalt find 2 men by Rachel's sepulchre in the border of Benjamin at Zelzah. And they will say unto thee, the asses which thou wentest to seek are found.
All right, now watch this. This is about, because, the evil spirit tormented Saul, but he is still one of the elect of God. Watch this. Jump down to when he prophesies, verse 10.
Verse 10.
Uh-huh.
And when they came thither to the hill, behold, a company of prophets met him.
So a company of prophets met Saul. Read on.
And the Spirit of God came upon him, and he prophesied among them.
Read.
And it came to pass, when all that knew him before time saw that, behold, he prophesied among the prophets. Then the people said one to another, what is this that is come unto the son of Kish? Is Saul also among the prophets?
It says, is Saul also among the prophets? He prophesied. When he prophesied, he told what? The future. Because before times, a seer would be called a prophet. So watch this. Go to Peter, 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 21. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 21. Do not think that, because, this is the first king. He's going to make mistakes, y'all. He's going to make mistakes. All right? So, but there's a difference between how he moved and how David moved, and you're going to see more on this. Read that.
The book of 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 21.
All right.
For the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man.
It wasn't by the will of man. He prophesied like this. But what?
But holy men of God spake as they were moved by the Holy Ghost.
The Holy Ghost is what made them prophesy. Made that man a prophet. The Lord himself, he chose Saul. But it wasn't according to what he wanted. Watch this. Let's go back to it. Samuel.
1 Samuel chapter 10, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
And one of the same place answered and said, but who was their father? Therefore it became a proverb. Is Saul also among the prophets?
Jump to verse 24.
Verse 24. And Samuel said to all the people, see ye him whom the Lord hath chosen, that there is none like him among all the people. And all the people shouted and said, God save the king.
So Saul is anointed king. He was anointed king in the beginning of the chapter, but now it's told to the people. Now let's get to it, right? All right. So let me see. Go to chapter. Let's see. It's Garrison, chapter 15, if I'm not mistaken. 14. All right. So, hey, I want you to do this because sometimes we're visual learners. Play the next video. Let me see. Let me make sure it's on point. I want to play this before it. Yep. No, not this one. Not this one. Video number 3 to 45 seconds. Video number 3. All right. So I'm sure some of y'all have done this before growing up. All right, because we're carnal. We're carnal, so we do things carnally. People do it. People was doing it in high school. People hang with the people who got better clothes, people who look better. Nobody want to hang with the ugly kids or the dirty kids or the stank kids. People pick who they choose to hang with, right? So watch this. You got the video? All right, let's run this. We're playing up to 45 seconds.
All right, kids. Why don't you line up on this free throw line over here? All righty. You, and you. Come over here. All right. Now the rest of you kids can go with those two losers, right?
Whoa. What the hell's going on over here?
Picking my team.
No, you can't take all.
I can't pick the...
You can't pick all.
What should I not
You
pick?
know exactly what you've done, sir.
I don't know what
Okay,
you're
everybody
talking
back.
about. Whoa.
Over here.
Hey, this is my team.
No, we're starting over.
All right, fine, but I pick first. You.
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 Hey! Oh!
All right, that's
What's
it.
going on
That's
over
it.
here?
So y'all
Pick a
notice
team,
what they
sir.
were doing, right? They about to play basketball. So, all right, so in order to play basketball, I'm going to try to get the best skilled in it. So the whole reason Saul was picked up was for war. He was chosen to fight the armies of the Philistines for the nation of Israel. So Saul became king, and this is how he chose the people in his army. Let's read that.
1 Samuel chapter 14, verse 1.
Nope, 52.
Oh, 15, verse 2.
52.
Oh.
1 Samuel chapter 15,
Oh,
verse
15.
52.
1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 52.
You can start from 51 so you can get
All
in
right.
context and understand. Read.
1 Samuel chapter 15, you said 51?
Yeah.
They don't have a 50.
1 Samuel chapter 14, verse 51. Sorry.
Gotcha. 1 Samuel chapter 14, verse 51.
Uh-huh.
And Kish was the father of Saul, and Ner, the father of Abner, was the son of Abiel.
Uh-huh.
And there was sore war against the Philistines all the days of Saul. And when Saul saw any strong man or any valiant man, he took him unto him.
All right. So he judged based on the what? Appearances. He was like, oh, any strong, valiant man? Hey, you, come. Now, you're going to see all these strong, valiant men, when they really came down to the battle, these brothers were shook. All right? So let's go. So what ends up happening between that time, right? Jump to chapter 15. And what ends up, God tells Saul to go handle his business. I need you to go do this to the T. Read chapter 15, verse 1 and 2.
1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore hearken thou unto the voice of the words of the Lord. Thus said the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way, when he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have.
Read.
And spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass.
God says get rid of everything. Don't let not one of them get away. Down to the baby duck. Kill everything. All right, so watch this. But what does Saul end up doing? Jump down, read verse 8.
Verse 8. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. But Saul and the people spared Agag, and the best of the sheep, and of the oxen, and of the fatlings, and the lambs, and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them. But everything that was vile and refused, that they destroyed utterly.
Read verse 11.
Verse 11. It repenteth me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he has turned back from following me, and have not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord all night.
So it hurts Samuel because now he knows that the Lord is going to forsake Saul with his kingship. He cried all night to try for the Lord to turn what he said around, but the Lord wasn't going to do it. Why? Jump to verse 23.
Verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
Rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. This was in the first couple of, this is the first couple of orders he gets, and he's already going off. Read.
And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he have also rejected thee from
So-
being king.
So the Lord rejected Saul from being king. Remember what type of mindset Saul had. He always looked on the outer appearance of things, right? When David himself was kind of different. The Lord, you're going to see how different and how aligned David was with God, right? Do me a favor. Play this video number 2. Play video number 2. And so what you're going to see in this clip is we don't know each other's upbringings, but the Lord used the things you've been through to create the man you are now. And then he's going to furnish you. He's going to add the extra things. So even in our slavery, we learn things that could benefit the body. Whether it be how to deal with attitude or how to deal with one another, or you dealt with things in your past that you can help other people overcome. You got that video? All right, so this is the movie King Arthur and I think the Sword, right? So, you know, the dad dies, the mother dies, they put him in a basket, sounds familiar, and he's in the stream, right? Let's play. This is after they pick him up and harlots raised him. If you could put the volume up a little bit. All right, that's it on that. All right, so you seen while he was growing up, there's everything is progressing around him, right? But as he grows, he's learning things. He gets beat up, he tries to steal, he try to hustle people. He finds out that ain't gonna work. To eventually, when you watch it, he builds himself a business. And then when you're watching the movie, there's a reason why you got to who you became. The uncle was like, nah, if I leave you alone, you're gonna become greater. Which is somewhat like the story of Saul and David. But watch this. Give me Galatians chapter 4. Galatians chapter 4 and verse 2. Now the schoolmaster or the tutors, which back then you had counselors, you had the people who brought you up, whether you had to learn fencing or whatever when you was a prince, right? Etiquette, all these different types of things. Let's read that. Start from verse 1.
The book of Galatians, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from a servant.
That's why he was treated the way that he was being treated as a child. Man, listen, you can't talk around adults. Sit your behind down somewhere. You ain't got the right to talk in this level right now. Read.
Though he be Lord of all.
Even though he's Lord of all. Even though that King David is anointed as a young man, he's supposed to be Lord of all, but he know he can't speak up right now. He know he can't do that. Right now, while the time is progressing, he's learning. And he was learning before he even knew he was going to be anointed as king. Read.
but is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father.
Same thing with Saul. Until the time that was appointed by the Father, he raised Saul up. Now he's going to do the same thing to David. But what was the schoolmaster that was tutoring us in the beginning? Hebrews chapter 10. Remember, the sacrificial laws in the laws were one. He says in Psalms chapter 50 and 5, gather my saints together who made a covenant with me by sacrifice. That's the works of the law that were done away with, the sacrifice, but the law is still there. Sacrifice came with the law in the Old Testament, in the Old Covenant, my bad. Read that.
Hebrews chapter 10, we'll start at verse 1 or just go forward.
That brought us, it was a shadow of good things to come.
Yeah. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 1. For the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never, with those sacrifices which they offered year by year, continually make the comers thereunto perfect. For then would they not have ceased to be offered? Because that the worshipers once purged should have had no more conscience of sins.
All right. Bear with me. Let me get there with you. All right. Read it again for me.
For the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never, with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually, make the comers thereunto perfect.
Right, because that was the stumbling block that a lot of brothers was messing up on. They'll keep a turtle dove and different things like that. But the law was perfect. But that's what supposed to have brought us. That was what was supposed to furnish us unto all good works. That's what we're learning, right? So now let's go back to 1 Samuel chapter 15 now. All right. So you're going to see some things, right? Why did the Lord choose David amongst all his brothers? Let's start reading. Verse 1.
1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore, hearken thou unto the voice of the words of the Lord. Thus said the Lord of hosts, I remember that.
Sorry, 16.
Yeah, 16, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
16 and 1.
1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel?
Read.
Fill thine horn with oil and go. I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided me a king among his sons.
Read.
And Samuel said, how can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. And the Lord said, take an heifer with thee, and say, I am come to sacrifice to the Lord. And call Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will show thee what thou shalt do. And thou shalt anoint unto me him whom I have named unto thee.
So amongst Jesse, he's going to anoint someone, right? Read on.
And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said,
yes, because listen, when you see a prophet, you better tremble, because what he say is going to come to pass. Read on.
comest thou peaceably?
And
he said, peaceably.
I come peaceably. Read.
I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord. Sanctify yourselves and come with me to the sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse and his sons, and he called them to the sacrifice. And it came to pass, when they were come, that he looked on Eliab.
He did what?
He looked on Eliab.
Read.
And said, surely the Lord's anointed is before him.
Why would he say that? When he looked at Eliab, he was like, oh, surely this is the one. Because when God anointed Saul as king, he saw the stature and the build of Saul. So he's like, yo, this got to be the one. Letting you know, when he chose Saul, it wasn't based off what he wanted. It was, this is what y'all want. Y'all want a king. Y'all just want somebody to fight y'all wars for y'all. When I'm supposed to be y'all king, I'm the one that fights your war. You have to come to me. Watch this, read.
Verse 7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance.
Do what?
Look not on his countenance.
Uh-huh.
Or on the height of his stature.
Uh-huh.
Because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth.
The whole time he chose Saul because that's how man sees it. He wasn't true. Watch this, read on.
For man looketh on the outward appearance.
Uh-huh.
But the Lord looketh on the heart.
He looketh where?
On the heart.
So how does the Lord choose who he raises up? It's based on the mindset of that man. Now watch this. Read on.
Then Jesse called Abinadab and made him pass before Samuel. And he said, neither had the Lord chosen this.
Uh-huh.
Then Jesse made Shammah to pass by. And he said, neither had the Lord chosen this.
Uh-huh.
Again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel.
He said 7 of them. You're like, yo, so Jesse had the same mindset. Maybe he's going to be king. Maybe he's going to be king. Maybe all 7. He didn't consider old little young David. Read.
Again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel.
Uh-huh.
And Samuel said unto Jesse, the Lord hath not chosen these. And Samuel said unto Jesse, are here all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest. And behold, he keepeth the sheep.
He does what?
He keepeth the sheep.
Now watch this. This is the thing about David, right? His occupation, he was a shepherd. He was a shepherd boy. That was his job amongst his brethren. He was the shepherd boy. Go to John chapter 10. Go to John chapter 10. We coming right back over here, so make sure you don't lose your place. John chapter 10. Let me see what I want. I think I'm probably read from 16. Let me see. Bear with me. Bear with me. John chapter 10. Start from verse 7.
John chapter 10.
Start from 11.
Okay.
Nah, 7. Yep, let's get it.
John chapter 10, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Then said Jesus unto them again, verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep.
Uh-huh.
All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them.
We're going to show you a clip. I should do it now. Wait till we have to finish this verse. Finish this verse. And I want the clip where you see the shepherd. Let me see what number it is. Continue reading.
Verse 9, I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come that they might have life,
Uh-huh.
and that they might have it more abundantly.
Read.
I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep.
The good shepherd does what?
His life for the sheep.
A shepherd will give his life for a sheep. That's what a good shepherd would do. Read on.
But he that is an hireling, and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not,
Uh-huh.
seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth. And the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth, because he is an hireling, and careth not for the sheep.
Uh-huh.
I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and am known of mine. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep.
A good shepherd will lay his life down for the sheep. So you have to think about David's upbringing. Like we seen in the video when King Arthur was a child in that movie, he was doing things to build him up, build himself to be a man. You keeping sheep that don't follow you as well as a human being will follow your instruction. But the thing about sheep is that once it hears your voice and it sees that you care for it, it's gonna continue following you. So a good shepherd would take care of the sheep, and the sheep would know who he belongs to. Read on.
And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold.
This goes into Ezekiel chapter 37 with Northern Kingdom. Read.
Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
All right, check the classroom content group. I just posted it. Read on.
Therefore doth my Father love me, because I laid down my life, that I might take it again.
Jump to verse 27. So
Verse
he
27.
laid his life down so he could take it up again. What up? It might be more on that. Let me see. What verse was that? Yep.
Yeah. 18.
Yep. Now read on. Read verse 27.
No, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice,
Uh-huh.
and I know them, and they follow me.
Read on.
And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand.
No man is going to take that sheep away from you. Watch this. Let's get this. Let's play this. Now, what you're going to see is that when the Lord says, my sheep hear my voice, there's a reason why he chose David and David's upbringing in his continence. Like, yo, it's his mindset that the Lord is really focusing on. not his stature, not his consonants. It's his mindset. Let's read that. Let's show that. So this is different people calling the sheep.
One more time. Look at them, look at them. Isn't that amazing?
They are coming. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So the shepherd came, made that sign, and those sheep responded to him. Same thing with David. Who was the sheep? The children of Israel. David took care of his sheep. Did he lay his life down for the sheep? We're going to find out. All right, jump to chapter 17. 1 Samuel chapter 17. So you're going to find out the heart of why the Lord says, don't look on his countenance. I don't see as men do. But I look at the heart of men. We're going to see the heart of David. And y'all know what the heart is, right, men? Good. The mind. Let's get
1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Now the Philistines gathered together their armies to battle,
Uh-huh.
and were gathered together at Shokah, which belongeth to Judah, and pitched between Shokah and Azekah,
Uh-huh.
in Ephes-Dammim.
Uh-huh.
Ephes-Dammim. And Saul and the men of Israel were gathered together, and pitched by the valley of Elah, and set the battle in array against the Philistines.
Read.
And the Philistines stood on a mountain on the one side, and Israel stood on a mountain on the other side.
Read.
And there was a valley between them. And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines, named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span.
Now we know the math is different. The measurements are different today compared to back then. But the measurements today, based on this, would be 9 feet 9 inches. And we know he was a lot bigger. 9 feet 9 inches. Read on.
And he had an helmet of brass upon his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail, and the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass. And he had greaves of brass upon his legs, and a target of brass between his shoulders. And the staff of his spear was like a weaver's beam, and his spear's head weighed 600 shekels of iron, and one bearing a shield went before him.
Now listen to what this man says. Remember all the men that Saul saw and said, hey, I want you part of the army. I want you part of the army. All these men are here when this man says this. Read.
And he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel and said unto them, why are ye come out to set your battle in array, and not a Philistine, and ye servants to Saul?
I'm going to tell you, man, they take everything from the Bible. I didn't get this clip, but could you find this with Troy, the movie Troy? When the guy pulls up and says, listen, man, we ain't got to fight all day. You bring your best, I bring my best. And whoever lose will be your servants. Find that in Troy. Read on.
Choose ye a man for you, and let him come down to me.
Uh-huh.
If he be able to fight with me and to kill me, then we will be your servants. But if I prevail against him and kill him, then shall ye be our servants and serve us.
Read.
And the Philistines said, I defy the armies of Israel this day. Give me a man that we may fight together.
So this man was disrespectful, talking hella cash. And all the valiant men that Saul saw that was built ready for the war, he said, yo, come out with me. Now read on.
When Saul and all Israel heard those words of the Philistine, They were dismayed.
They were what?
Dismayed.
They were what?
Dismayed.
Read on.
And greatly afraid.
They turned. I was going to say a word. But, hey, listen. So clearly, these men wasn't fit for the battle. Because, listen, hey, this man talking hella trash. If you say God is for you and nobody can stop you, well, step up then. It goes for the brothers who be in the purple shirts and just sit there and watch everybody else do the work. You found it? You found the clip? Almost. All right. Read on.
Now David was the son of that Ephrathite of Bethlehem, Judah, whose name was Jesse, and he had 8 sons. And the man went among men for an old man in the days of Saul.
So he was retired. Read.
And the 3 eldest sons of Jesse went and followed Saul to the battle.
Now remember, the ones that Samuel saw, when he saw the first one, he said, surely this is the one. Read.
And the 3 eldest sons of Jesse went and followed Saul to the battle. And the names of his 3 sons that went to the battle were Eliab, the firstborn, and next unto him Abinadab.
So when he saw Abinadab, he was like, yo, yeah, that's the one. Nah, these 3 was out there, and they were part of those that were dismayed and greatly afraid. Read.
And the third, Shammah. And David was the youngest, and the 3 eldest followed Saul. But David went and returned from Saul to feed his father's sheep at Bethlehem. And the Philistine drew near morning and evening and presented himself 40 days. And Jesse said unto David his son, take now for thy brethren an ephah of this parched corn, and these 10 loaves, and run to the camp to thy brethren, and carry these 10 cheeses unto the captain of their 1,000, and look how thy brethren fare, and take their pledge. Now Saul and they and all the men of Israel were in the valley of Elah, fighting with the Philistines.
So they were fighting. They're going to tell you when Goliath stepped up what was happening. Did you find the clip yet? Y'all found the clip? Yeah. Oh, y'all need me to? All right, I'll find it. Continue reading.
And David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with a keeper, and took and went as Jesse had commanded him. And he came to the trench as the host was going forth to the fight, and shouted for the battle. For Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army. And David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper of the carriage, and ran into the army, and came and saluted his brethren. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words.
I just posted.
And David heard them. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him.
They did what?
Fled from him.
They did what?
Fled from him.
So every time Goliath came out to fight, they started bucking. They ran away from Goliath. Nobody wanted to fight that man one-on-one. Read.
And was sore afraid.
Uh-huh.
And the men of Israel said, have you seen this man that's come up?
So they were whispering to each other. You know, when you whisper things onto each other, you trying to hide it, but you inciting fear to other men. Because what were they whispering? Read.
Surely to defy Israel is he come up, and it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches.
He said, surely this man came to defile Israel. He came to destroy us. Did you get the clip? All right, let's play it. Let you see, man, they get everything from the scriptures. You might have to forward it a little bit. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Play it from there, So they called him out. All right, Achilles ain't here right now. Forward it. Oh, wait, no, play. Let's see what he says. He might say it.
Achilles!
All right, he ain't there. Forward it to when he arrives. Let me see. All right, right there. Achilles was disrespectful. I watched it, he was disrespectful. Like, hey, listen, what you say? All right, I'm going home
Perhaps
then.
you should have a war tomorrow when you're better rested. I should have you whipped for your impudence.
Perhaps you should fight him.
Achilles.
Look at the men's faces. You can save hundreds of them. You can end this war with a swing of your sword. Think how many songs they'll sing in your honor.
Sounds
Let
familiar.
them go home to their wives.
Achilles was vainglorious,
Imagine
y'all.
a king who fights his own battles. Wouldn't that be a sight? Of all the warlords loved by the gods, I hate him the most.
We need him, my king.
For now.
Say less. All right, that's done. That's done. So let's go back to it. So this was the one-on-one. You win, you take all. Winner takes all. So this is what happened. What you're reading over here, what's about to go down. Read.
1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 25.
Uh-huh.
And the men of Israel said, have you seen this man that has come up? Surely to defy Israel has he come up. And it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel.
Uh-huh.
And David spake to the men that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine, and take away the reproach from Israel?
So he's talking like, yo, man, hey, this man talking hella mesh right now. What's gonna happen if we kill him? Read.
For who is this uncircumcised Philistine?
So now David is getting disrespectful. Everybody else was inciting fear. Hey, man, surely this man came to defy Israel. Why in the hell? Man, listen, man. Hey, I ain't trying to go out there. I ain't trying to die. But David, here comes David, young David, like, yo, man, who this uncircumcised Philistine talking trash about? Man, nah, I'm going to wrap this up. Read.
Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God?
Uh-huh.
And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killeth him.
Uh-huh.
And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the men. And Eliab's anger was kindled against David. And he said, why camest thou hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness?
Have left the what?
Those few sheep in the wilderness.
So listen, he had a few sheep, but he took care of them. Read.
I know thy pride and the naughtiness of thine heart. For thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle.
So David, when he was a young boy, was getting in trouble. He was doing some things just like how you seen the clip. As he said, I know your naughtiness. You know the older brother know what the younger brother's always doing. They hide it from the parents, but the brothers know. Read.
And David said, what have I now done?
Uh-huh.
Is there not a cause? And he turned from him toward another.
So he's like, yo, man, listen, he disrespecting us. I'm right to say what I'm saying. Read.
And he turned from him toward another and spake after the same manner.
Uh-huh.
And the people answered him again after the former manner. And when the words was heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul.
Now watch this. This is where it gets. Let's see why the Lord chose David. A good shepherd will lay down his life for a sheep. Aren't people better than animals? Mm-hmm. But if he would give his life for a sheep, what you think he would do for his people? Read on.
They rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him.
Uh-huh.
And David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him.
Uh-huh.
Thy servant will go out and fight with this Philistine.
Read.
And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him.
Uh-huh.
For thou art but a youth.
He said, man, you a young man. You a young man. You ain't ready for this. Because if he wasn't out at the war, that means he was under the age of 20. Read.
And he, a man of war from his youth.
He said, this man has been a man of war from his youth. Read.
And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock.
So it says there came a lion and a bear. Y'all got to see this. Let's play the first clip, the next clip. Let's play the next clip. It says a lion and a bear. We about to just look at some few videos about lions and bears. Let's see. Let's see if this is an easy task. Because we're going to find out the naughtiness of David. Because if a bear or a lion took a sheep, I'll go call my brothers. Hey, man, we got to team up. David was on some, hey, I'm soloing this right now. I'm going to solo this guy right quick. Let's see this. This is a lion charging at hunters. Read. I say read, play this. Y'all don't even see Buddy. He there. That boy creeping. Yep, you see him now? He was stalking the whole time. He say less. All right, I'm coming for y'all. He's still moving. Listen, if that line with one-on-one, bare hands, you ain't. Let's play the next one. There wasn't no guns back then. Let's play the next one. Get all the bears
Scarface.
queued up as well. Get the bears queued up as well. Y'all need some time? Okay, good. This line called Scarface. All right. Tony Montana. All right, let's go.
Famous lion in the world killed 400 hyenas by himself. He is the only lion to have defeated a hippopotamus in a one-on-one battle. Scarface, the lion featured in the famous video where he faced off against a pack of hyenas, was saved by his brother at the last moment. However, this was the last time Scar broke his own rule and attacked alone. Scar the lion abandoned his land in front of approximately 130 lions and drove out an entire group of crocodiles from his territory after they preyed on one of the pride's cubs. In 2011, Scar fought a lion named Robbie, who was 3 years younger and larger than him. Everyone expected Robbie to win and take control of the pride. Although Scar was injured in his leg, he did not lose the battle and kept Robbie's head for 2 weeks before discarding it.
Scar lost because lions eat other lions. He kept the trophy, his head. He kept it for a couple of days, just to remind everybody else, come mess with me if you want to. Lions ain't nothing to play with, and that's why the tribe of Judah is represented. Their symbol is a lion. Judah ain't nothing to play with. Watch this play.
His eye in 2016 during a battle with his 6 lion brother. Scar single-handedly killed 2 of them. The reserve's guards discovered Scar's death after hearing a sudden, sorrowful roar from the father lion.
So lions ain't no joke. Let's get the bears. Let's get bears. Because he says a lion and a bear came and took one of the sheep. A lion and a bear? Oh, you having a bad day. You having a bad week, a bad summer. Let's play that.
Most people think bears are slow and clumsy, probably because of cartoons. In reality, bears are some of the fastest, strongest, and fiercest land animals on the planet. They're highly adaptable and pretty intelligent, too. If a bear wants to kill you, there's not much you can do. Run? It's way faster. Fight? That's not even an option. Climb a tree? Most bear species are excellent climbers. That's why they say, when a bear is chasing you, your best bet is to play dead, because there aren't many other options.
Hey, listen, I always thought if a bear chased me, I'm going to climb a tree. Nah, you ain't getting nowhere. Let's play the next video. I know y'all seen the little clip from that Leonardo DiCaprio movie. I forgot what it's called. But we about to watch it because David had to fight this thing. Let's play it. Next clip. Yep. Volume. The dumb thing is what he does next. All right, that's it. Y'all get the picture, right? Y'all get it, right? So he had to fight both a lion and a bear. Let's go back to it. 1 Samuel chapter 17. All right, and we left at
34.
verse 34.
1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 34. And David said unto Saul, Thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him, and smote him, and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him.
He says he got him, smote him, took him out of the mouth, and then when he rose up, when he wanted to come and fight me. Read.
And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smote him and slew him. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them.
He wasn't afraid. He seen that 9 feet 9 inch guy as that lion in the bear. He said, bro, listen, I done fought way bigger. I done seen way worse. Man, listen, man, you ain't seen those lions, 400 hyenas by yourself? You fight a hippopotamus and you win? Only lion to ever fought a hippopotamus and win. Yo, you got to fight something like that, and now you looking at a man who's talking trash. Like, come on, bro, you light work. Yeah. That's how David saw it. So watch this, right? Go to Psalms chapter 18 and verse 3. As time progresses, just like how you saw in the beginning clip with that King Arthur, right? So there's things that he experienced that by the time he got to this point, he was like, yo, this is light work for me. I know the Lord is going to deliver me out of this. Let's read that.
Psalm chapter 18, verse 3. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about. The snares of death prevented me. In my distress I called upon the Lord and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears.
All right, jump to verse, bear with me. What verse you at?
Verse 5.
Jump to 32.
Okay. Verse 32. It is God that girdeth me with strength, and maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet.
He says he maketh my feet as hinds' feet. Y'all know what a hind is? A deer. Hey, could you play that clip? Play that clip. Yo, he says he maketh my feet like hinds' feet. So this fight that you see, you thinking that big and slow, David was overweight or something, or like he has all movements. Think about Usain Bolt. Sometimes I think some of you brothers probably watch anime. Listen, them fast flash fighting things, you're going to see when we get to David's army what they were about. So, David, it says he made my feet like hinds' feet. Let's play that.
Can't slow me down.
This is a cheetah chasing a hind.
I wanna go faster. Can't slow me down. I wanna go faster.
Now, hey, listen. This one got away. But as you can see, these things is not slow. So when he fought that bear, you have to really think about what maneuvers David was doing. It wasn't just a catch, kill. He had to wait for the perfect position. He had to strategize to get his beard to where there's no way he could reach and bite his hand or anything. You had to have some type of wisdom of knowing how to fight. So watch this. Continue reading on that. That's hinds' feet.
Verse 33. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me up on my high places.
Now watch this. Go to Psalms chapter 144. Let's read verse 1. Psalms 144 and verse 1.
The book of Psalms chapter 144, verse 1. Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war.
That does what?
My hands to war.
So David like, yo, blessed be the Lord that taught my hand how to war. Read.
and my fingers to fight.
Uh-huh.
My goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield, and he in whom I trust, who subdueth my people unto me.
So the first thing he does is put his trust in the Lord, but he knew everything he learned up until that point was the Lord. All his experiences that he went about was the Lord. To the point he was like, surely this is the day I was looking for. This is why I had to fight that lion in the bear. Because everybody afraid but him. Now let's go back to it. So you have to think, it says, if you wise, you're going to be around other wise people. If you're a man of war, you're going to be around other men of war. So when it comes to the get down, you're going to be there. David was ready for it. Let's go back to it.
1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 36.
Uh-huh.
Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he hath defied the armies of the living God. David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine.
Read.
And Saul said unto David, go, and the Lord be with thee. And Saul armed David with his armor, and he put a helmet of brass upon his head. Also he armed him with a coat of mail. And David girded his sword upon his armor, and he essayed to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off him.
I like doing this. This is just a quick to show you what it means to not prove something, right? Case in point, brothers, I always do this when I go visit other schools. So I want you all, I'll give you about 5 seconds, 7 seconds. I want you to go to Matthew chapter 15 and verse 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. You know that Bible. You prove that Bible. Same thing like when you study. Now, watch this. I want you to get a Bible, switch Bibles with somebody next to you. And that Bible cannot be the same. Y'all, sisters, y'all can do it if y'all like. Because you know your Bible. You prove that Bible. Now, I want you to go to the same thing. Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, you ain't getting it the same amount of time, right? Because you haven't proven that sword. Y'all get it? So that's why David said, y'all can switch our Bibles back now. That's why David said, yo, I can't go fight with this because I didn't prove it. It's going to weigh me down if I got a helmet that don't fit my head. If y'all played football before and they give you shoulder pads that don't fit, helmet always shaking while you're running, it's not going to help. So he says, I had to take them off. He says, listen, I can't fight with this because I haven't proved them. I haven't practiced enough with this. Same thing when it comes to us breaking down different doctrines. If you haven't practiced understanding what baptism and how to break down baptism, you're going to get confounded. All right, so David said he haven't proved this, right? Read on.
David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off of him.
What did he do?
David put them off him.
Read on.
And he took his staff in his hand.
The staff, because he was a what? Shepherd. So he took the staff in his hand.
And chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook.
So he went and looked. Like we over here be skipping stones. David looked at stones as for weapon. He's like, oh, this is a weapon right here. We used to have rock wars growing up. You ever got hit with a rock? Boy, listen here, boy. It do not feel good. Once you play rock wars, you get hit with one rock, you learned your lesson. I ain't playing this game no more. I'm straight. Read.
And put them in a shepherd's bag, which he had, even in a scrip. And his sling was in his hand. And he drew near to the Philistine.
You have to think about it. He says a shepherd bag. The food that he had in that bag was to feed the sheep. He said, I'll put some rocks in here. I'm going to go with my staff. I'm going to go with what I know. Read.
Verse
41.
He
kept a little dagger on him. Read.
And the Philistine came on and drew near unto David. And the man that bare the shield went before him. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth.
He was a young man. Read.
And ruddy, and of a fair countenance. And the Philistine said unto David, Am I a dog?
Yep, you are a dog.
Am I a dog that thou comest to me with staves? And the Philistine cursed David by his gods. And the Philistine said to David, Come to me, and I will give thy flesh unto the fowls of the air, and to the beasts of the field.
What David responded?
Then said David to the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield. But I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied.
You see how David talked? Man, you got to see his consonants. This David wasn't like the other men in the army. He was like, listen, you go talk bad about my God, about my people, you going to have to see me. Read.
This day will the Lord deliver thee into my hand.
He was confident in it. It says don't act amiss. He like, listen, I ain't doing this for myself. I'm doing this for my people. Read.
And I will smite thee and take thine head from thee. And I will give the carcasses of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air.
Oh, David talking big. Run it.
And to the wild beasts of the earth. That all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel.
You gonna glorify our God after this. Read.
And all this assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's.
So people talking about pick up guns and stuff like that, we don't need to do that. We got the one true God on our side. He says prophesy this word, teach this word to our people. That's all we got to do, man. Read.
And he will give you into our hand.
Read.
And it came to pass, when the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine.
Yo, this young man just ran towards the army of the Philistines while everybody else backed away when Goliath came. You got to see the mindset. That's why the Lord said, don't look at his countenance. Don't look at his stature, because I don't see like y'all see. I think about this, where his mindset at. Is he going to fear? Is he going to buckle? Is he going to buck? Read.
And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead.
He did what?
That the stone sunk into his forehead.
Man, he put a nitro gas in that stone. Well, he heck it. It sunk into the Philistines' forehead. Now, you got to think about this. Every man that thought David was going to die, and the roles reversed. Let's see what happened with the children of Israel, because that encourages you. You thinking like, yo, it's over for us. We about to be their slaves. Read.
And he fell upon his face to the earth. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him.
What did David do right after that? Read.
But there was no sword in the hand of David. Therefore, David ran and stood upon the Philistine and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath thereof.
You know he had to do this because, you know, he tall. He had a sheath. So he had a, and then, read.
And slew him and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead,
what happened?
They fled.
They ran. And what happened? What did Israel do?
And the men of Israel and of Judah arose and shouted.
When they seen it, they were hyped. Yo, let's get him. Read.
And pursued the Philistines until thou come to the valley and to the gates of Ekron. And the wounded of the Philistines fell down by the way to Shaaraim, even unto Gath.
That's it on that. So David did not play. Hey, give me that when he said he been a bull still in his arms. Know what I want? Yeah, it is. It's further down. Yeah. It might be further up. We probably read down on. I wasn't looking at it. Let me see. 1832. Yep.
Verse 34. Psalm chapter 18, verse 34. He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by mine arms.
Man, listen, man. When David got to that point, I'm telling you, he was lethal. Because watch this. Go to where it's at? 18 verse 12. 1 Samuel chapter 18 verse 12. So this is later on after where they were saying that David killed his 10,000 and Saul killed his thousands, and he felt jealous of it. Because that's what happens. Like, yo, bro, listen, you instead of enjoying that, yo, this is my son-in-law. Yo, I'm happy that you killing these Philistines. And David never at one time coveted the throne. He waited his turn. To the point where when he had Saul in his hand to kill him and take control, he says, no, I would not touch the Lord anointed. And that's the type of mindset we have to have as men. That's why David was not like Saul. Saul wanted to kill David to make sure he didn't get the kingdom. But David was like, nah, I'm not going to take it from you. I admire you. I respect you. I'm not going to treat you like you want to treat me. Watch this, read. That's loving your neighbor as you love yourself. Right. Read.
Psalm chapter 18, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
And Saul was afraid of David because the Lord was with him and was departed from Saul.
Read.
Therefore, Saul removed him from him.
Because you remember, he used to play for Saul, so that way that evil spirit would leave. And you remember, he kept on throwing javelins at David, to the point where David was like, nah, I got to stay away from this man. Read.
And made him his captain over 1,000.
So he made David captain over 1,000. So David had to continue going in and out. Matter of fact, it's going to say it. Read it.
He made him his captain over 1,000. And he went out and came in before the people.
He went out and came in before the people. So he was constantly fighting. The people saw him always warring. That's the spirit we have to have as men when it comes to these works. They always see us, yo, he's always on the battlefield. He's always doing the work. Yo, like, I just started showing, like, people, I don't like to talk about it, but listen, we always do the work. It's how we was raised. Real killers move in silence. So that was my motto. But sometimes you got to move differently sometimes. But watch this, read.
Verse 14. And David behaved himself wisely in all his ways. And the Lord was with him. Wherefore, when Saul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him. But all Israel and Judah loved David.
Why?
Because he went out and came in before them.
Now watch this. They loved David because David fought their battles. But what does the scripture say about that? Give me that in Sirach. Get ye the love. He went in and before the people. If he gave his life for sheep, when he went in and out before the people, listen, David was not playing. Anybody that was next to David, and that's why when you read about his army, you're going to see what type of characteristics they had. Read that. Let me see. Bear with me. It's on the left side. Is the fun? 4 and 7. 4 and 7.
Sirach chapter 4, verse 7. Get thyself the love of the congregation, and bow thy head to a great man.
David did that. He bowed his head to Saul. How we know? Give me that. There's a few chapters after. Let me get it. Matter of fact, I got to go to the rusted dusty. Let me see. Yep, that sound about it. Yep, 23, 8 through 3. Yeah, read. Is it?
Sirach 3 and 18. The greatest hour.
No. Let me get it. When he was in the wilderness. Yep. Now this is the part of Achish. This is when he was in the wilderness. Let me see. 24. 1 Samuel chapter 24 and read verse. Start from verse 6.
1 Samuel chapter 24, verse 6. And he said unto his men, the Lord forbid that I should do this thing unto my master.
So, you remember, bow your head to a great man. David had the army, his men, the mighty men, and those that would draw himself with David when he went to the land of the Philistines because Saul was trying to kill him. They say, listen, we got Saul. We could kill him. And David said, nah, we ain't doing that. Read.
The Lord forbid I should do this thing unto my master, the Lord's anointed, to stretch forth mine hand against him, seeing he is the anointed of the Lord.
He is the anointed of the Lord. Read.
So David stayed his servants with these words, and suffered them not to rise against Saul. But Saul rose up out of the cave and went on his way.
Read.
David also arose afterward and went out of the cave and cried after Saul.
You gotta hear this, man. This man been trying to kill you. He sent people after you to get you killed. And when he had the opportunity to kill you, you leave out of the cave and he goes behind you and he cry after you. You recognize his voice. Read.
And cried after Saul, saying, my Lord the king.
He says, my Lord the king, even though you're trying to kill me. My Lord the king. Still had respect to that man no matter what he done did to him. Read.
And when Saul looked behind him, David stooped with his face to the earth
He
and
did
bowed
what?
himself.
He bowed to the man that's trying to murder him. Read.
And David said to Saul, wherefore hearest thou men's words, saying, behold, David seeketh thy hurt. Behold, this day thine eyes have seen how that the Lord hath delivered thee today into mine hand in the cave. And some bade me kill thee, but mine eyes spared thee. And I said, I will not put forth my hand against my Lord, for he is the Lord's anointed.
Read.
Moreover, my father, see the skirt of thy robe in my hand.
He says, look, if I wanted to kill you, I could have killed you, but you're my brother. You remember? God don't look on the outer appearance. He look at the heart of men. He knew who he was setting up. I need somebody to show true love to their people. Because when you read prior to this, we was going into captivity all throughout the book of Judges. He says, I need somebody to show my people their worth. Fight for his people. And then even if your brother doing you wrong, you look him in the eye and say, I'm never going to do you like that. Read on.
For in that I cut off the skirt of thy robe and killed thee not, know thou and see that there is neither evil nor transgression in my hand. And I have not sinned against thee, yet thou huntest my soul to take it. The Lord judge between me and thee, and the Lord avenge me of thee. But my hand shall not be upon thee.
I'm not going to be the one to kill you. I'm not going to be the one to touch my brother, cause him harm. God going to do that to you. You keep coming after me, the Lord going to do that to you. Now, I'm telling you, boy, get Psalms chapter 19, verse 17. Yo, what? This is, man, that's why I also get Psalms 40 and 8. Also get Psalms 40 and 8. Psalms 19 and verse 17. You got to think about this, man. David was on a whole nother level. This man was a man of war. Quick. Cannot, man, listen, all right. Y'all playing, but yet he was humble. Leviticus 19:17. Come on, bro, work with me. Work with me. You have to think about this. Yo, how humble this man was. I could kill 1,000 men, but yet look at my brother and be, I would never do this to you, man. Yo, come on, read that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Read on.
Thou shalt not avenge.
You won't do what?
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Man, listen, what was written aforetime was written for our learning. This is how David moved. This is how our forefathers moved. If you from the tribe of Judah and you move anywhere different from David, check your goddamn spirit. Check your spirit. Check your spirit. All right, so watch this. Give me, Psalms 40 and 8. Psalms 40 and 8. Read verse 1. Read verse 1 in Psalms 40 and 8.
Psalms chapter 40, verse 1. I waited patiently for the Lord.
Does it have that little quotation up top, or who wrote it?
To the chief musician, a psalm of David.
A song of who?
A psalm of David.
Read.
I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry. He brought me up also out of an horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, and established my goings. And he hath put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our God. Many shall see it and fear, and shall trust in the Lord. Blessed is that man that maketh the Lord his trust, and respecteth not the proud, nor such as turn aside to lie.
Read.
Many, O Lord my God, are thy wonderful works which thou hast done, and thy thoughts which are to usward. They cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee. If I would declare and speak of them, they are more than can be numbered.
What the Lord has done for us, man, listen, all the books in the world can't contain what he has done for us. Read.
Sacrifice and offering thou didst not desire. Mine ears hast thou opened.
Ain't that the same thing he said to Saul? Now I don't want no sacrifice. I want obedience. Read.
Sacrifice and offering thou dost not desire. Mine ears hast thou opened. Burnt offering and sin offering hast thou not required. Then said I, Lo, I come. In the volume of the book it is written of me. I delight to do thy will, O my God.
Read.
Yea, thy law is within my heart.
So when he says, I don't look at the countenance of a man, I look at his heart. What was in David's heart? What was in his mind? The law. He meditated on the law. That's why in all his music, he's always speaking about the Lord. That's why when he went into, before he approached the Philistines, he was like, yo, the Lord is on my side. He had that. This would give you comfort and hope, the scriptures. He was studying. He understood that there was a God in Israel, and he had all the faith in the world on that. To the point where he'll fight a man that's 9 feet 9 inches tall and don't bat an eye at it. See a lion in the way that took one sheep and like, yo, I'm about to kill this lion if he come after me, after I take the sheep. Because think about it. And you know how it says you regardeth the life of your beast? He took it. He took the sheep. But then it rose up against him. He was like, I got to put you down now. Yo, watch this. Let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 3, verse 27. 2 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 27. I want y'all to see these things, right? Oh, hey, put the fifth rib. Show the fifth rib. Y'all gonna see something. Y'all gonna notice something about these men here. The article and the video as well. Video. Play the video first. Play the video first. Let me see. Okay. Yep. Play the video first. All right, so it's going to teach you how to count the ribs. Play that.
If you're finding it difficult to count ribs, it might be because you're finding it difficult to find the first rib, particularly if you've still got your muscles and your skin on. That's because the first rib is covered by the clavicle. So it's very difficult to palpate confidently and find where it is. Instead, if you go to the sternum and you go to this ridge here, this is a notable ridge that you will be able to palpate. This is the manubriosternal angle, and here is the second rib. So you will confidently find the second rib, and now you can count the ribs accurately.
You see, all right, run it back a little bit. Let's get to where the fifth rib is at. Run it just a little bit back. All right. So the one is underneath that collarbone right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's that centerpiece right here. This is where the fifth rib connects at. Right here. If you get hit right here, what's there? Your heart is back there. All right, play the article. I mean, put the article up. That's where your fifth rib is located. Hey, listen, we gonna see what these men were about. All right. You gonna have to read this. Listen. Hey, Miami-Dade ain't had good education, y'all. We ain't had to listen. They played with us. We were watching TV most of the time. All right, let's read that.
All right. The human heart is located within the thoracic cavity, medially between the lungs and the space known as the mediastinum. Mediastinum, there we go. Figure 16.1.1 shows the position of the heart within the thoracic cavity. Within the mediastinum, the heart is separated from the other mediastinal structures by a tough membrane known as the pericardium or pericardial sac.
All right, so let's make it easy because we visual learners. If I don't see where it's pointing at, I don't know what the hell it is. All right, scroll down. Scroll down. All right. So you see where you can see the ribs, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see what's in between the lungs? The ribs are on the side. You see it? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now go to the center. You see what's in between the lungs? The heart, right?
Yep.
All right, so let's go to the scriptures. 2 Samuel chapter 3. So Asahel is one of the mighty men of David. All right, he is one of them. He is part of the army. He's one of those guys. All right, so let's get to it. Now I ain't gonna y'all gonna have to read this on your own time. But man, listen, Abner was that man, bruh. The way that they did him, that I think that story in the scriptures when it comes to a mighty man, that one hurts me the most of how he dies, because he was trying to be right. He was just trying to live according to his house, according to what he knew was right. And then eventually when he translated the kingdom to David, his nephews, Joab and them boys, set him up. Let's read it. Matter of fact, I think verse 1. Verse 1.
2 Samuel chapter 3, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Now there was a long war between the house of Saul and the house of David.
This is after Saul and Jonathan and his brothers died. Abner is trying to give the last son of Saul kingship. Abner is trying to help him. So Benjamin and Judah is fighting left and right. They always fighting. So watch this. Read.
But David waxed stronger and stronger. And the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker.
Read.
And unto David were sons born in Hebron. And his firstborn was Amnon of Ahinoam, the Jezreelites. And his second, Chileab and Abigail, the wife of Nabal, the Carmelite. And the third, Absalom, the son of Maacah, the daughter of Talmah, king of Geshur.
Oh, I'm actually reading this part about Abner. Hold on. Nope. This ain't what I want. Let me see. Let me make sure. 27.
AIT.
Yeah, this is when he actually killed. Yeah, that's why I wrote it down, cause this right here, this one hurt me. All right, nope. I want the part when he kills Asahel. Chapter 1, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. And it came to pass that David inquired, shall I go up any of the city? Okay. Yep. Chapter 2. 2 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 14.
2 Samuel chapter 2, verse 14. And Abner said to Joab, let the young men now arise and play before us.
So it ain't talking about play music or patty cake or basketball, soccer, or chess. He's not talking about this when you say, hey, let the young men play. Read.
And Joab said, let them arise. Then there arose and went over by number 12 of Benjamin, which pertained to Ishbosheth, the son of Saul.
Read.
And 12 of the servants of David. And they caught every one his fellow by the head, and thrust his sword in his fellow's side. So they fell down together. Wherefore that place was called Helkath Hazarim, which is in Gibeon.
So you have to think about this. Why would, remember they come from the same army. How come 12 of Benjamin and 12 of Judah, they approach each other and they use the same exact technique? All 24, 12 against 12, use the same technique, and all 24 of them die. That means they were being taught. They knew how to fight. They knew the quickest way, because while I'm approaching you, you're approaching me, I'm thinking which move I'm going to use against you to kill you quicker. And right when we approach each other, we use the identical move. This finisher is going to get to him quick, meaning they were taught the same. Read on.
And there was a very sore battle that day.
And
Abner was beaten, and the men of Israel, before the servants of David.
Read.
And there were 3 sons of Zuriah there, Joab, and Abishai, and Asahel. And Asahel was as light of foot as a wild roe.
A wild roe goes back into a deer, meaning he was quick on his feet too. This is David's nephew. Watch this, read on.
And Asahel pursued after Abner.
Now, Abner was the man who brought David to Saul when Goliath was talking trash. So Abner been on that. Read.
And in going, he turned not to the right hand nor to the left.
Because you know the young brothers, they want glory. If I take him down, I'm gonna be known as the man. Read.
From following Abner. Then Abner looked behind him and said, art thou Asahel? And he answered, I am. And Abner said to him, turn thee aside to thy right hand or to thy left, and lay thee hold on one of the young men, and take thee his armor.
Kill him. Why? Read.
But Asahel would not turn aside from following of him.
So he kept on pursuing Abner. Read.
And Abner said again to Asahel, turn thee aside from following me.
You read?
Wherefore should I smite thee to the
He
ground?
says, I'm going to drop you, Jit. Hey, I'm going to get you. Stop it. Yo, fall back. Read.
How then should I hold up my face to Joab thy brother?
Because they fought wars together. I can't kill you and look your brother in the eye. Read.
Howbeit, he refused to turn aside.
Read.
Wherefore, Abner with the hinder end of the spear smote him under the 5th rib.
Mind you, they were running from one another, and he was pursuing them, and Asiel ran as if he was a wild roe, like a deer. So Abner was faster because he couldn't catch up. And then because he said, you don't want to pursue me, all right, the back of his spear went straight into his heart. Read.
That the spear came out behind him.
Went straight through his body. Let you know that thrust was lethal. Read.
And he fell down there and died in the same place.
Now jump to 2 Samuel chapter 23 and 8. 2 Samuel chapter 23 and 8.
Second Samuel chapter 23 and verse 8. These be the names of the mighty men whom David had.
So he says, these be the names, these are mighty men. These men are going to be back on earth. Listen, when the Lord bring his army back, matter of fact, let's get that Exodus chapter 7 verse 4. Just in case if y'all don't know who the army of God is. Exodus chapter 7 and verse 4, we're coming right back over here.
Exodus chapter 7 verse 4. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt.
Read.
And bring forth mine armies.
Bring forth who?
Mine armies.
Read.
And my people, the children of Israel.
The children of Israel are his army. That's it.
Out of the land of Egypt.
So those that came out of the land of Egypt, of Israel, was his army. You know, the men were in there. The men were fighting. 20 years and upward. And if you tried the sisters, don't think they ain't get down with it. All right? Y'all can read the story about your foremothers. But right now, King David and his army. Let's get to it. All right? Back to it. 2 Samuel chapter 23 and verse 8. Now you're going to see how David treated his men and how the men of David, how if they were all just, man, I'm ready to kill something left and right, which, as you can see, they were. But watch this. Read that.
2 Samuel chapter 23, verse 8. These be the names of the mighty men whom David had. The Tachmonite that sat in his seat. Chief among the captains.
So this is chief among the captain, the Tachmonite. This dude, you don't read too many stories about his fights. It tells you about the book of wars. That's not added in the Bible. Letting you know in the book of wars probably showed you techniques on how to drop somebody. Watch this, read.
Chief among the captains.
So there's 37 in total. This was number 1 underneath David. Read.
The same was Adino, the Esnite. He lifted up his spear against 800.
He lifted up a spear against 800. Read.
Whom he slew at one time.
Man, at one going, you killing 800 people? Listen, I wouldn't want to run up against these guys. Read.
And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahohite. One of the 3 mighty men with David.
So this is the next out of the 3. Read. This is the third, the 3 after the chief one. Read.
When they defied the Philistines that were there gathered together to battle, and the men of Israel were gone away. He arose and smote the Philistines until his hand was weary, and his hand clave unto the sword.
Because you ever held something for so long? Some of you guys used to play video games and used to play and your hand cramp up, but then you got blood rolling down it, your hand gets stuck to where it's hard for you to open up your hand again. Because that's how long he was fighting. Read.
And the Lord wrought a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only to spoil. And after him was Shammah, the son of Agi, the Hararite. And the Philistines were gathered together into a troop, where was a piece of ground full of lentiles. And the people fled from the Philistines. But he stood in the midst of the ground and defended it, and slew the Philistines. And the Lord wrought a great victory. And 3 of the 30 chief went down, and came to David in the harvest, time unto the cave of Adullam. And the troop of the Philistines pitched in the valley of Rephaim. And David was then in hold, and the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David longed and said, Oh, that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem.
So these were the men that went to get him a cup of water. So, but watch this. These are the same men. Get me that in I think it's chapter 12. When they took their children. When they took their children. I'm trying to remember. 1 Samuel 30 and 3. 1 Samuel 30 and 3. 1 Samuel 30 and 3. We're going to come right back over here, y'all. Because it's King David and his army. Read.
The book of 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 3. So David and his men came to the city, and behold, it was burned with fire.
So this is when they came back from fighting. Read.
And their wives and their sons and their daughters were taken captives. Then David and the people that were with him lifted up their voice and wept.
They did what?
Lifted up their voice and wept.
Do not think because we was a men, we ain't love our wives, we ain't love our kids. These boys boo-boo cried. Oh, my baby. My son, my daughter, my wife. They done took her. Booger, grown men crying. We don't cry often, but when we cry, God leave, boy. Listen here, look, it's ugly. It says they cry like bears. Yo, woo. I'm talking about booger, boo. I ain't play games.
Animes too.
I'm telling you, when men cry, it's an ugly sight. That's why they say, man, you cry, man, go to the backyard and cry to that damn tree. Listen, don't let that woman see you cry. Read.
Until they had no more power to weep. And David's 2 wives were taken captive.
That's it on it. Let's go back. These were the men that were there. Let you know, man, yeah, we men of war, but don't get it twisted, man. We love our children, we love our wives, man. But we will get down. Let's go back to it. 2 Samuel chapter 23 and verse 17.
2 Samuel chapter 23, verse 17.
Nope, verse 15.
15, my bad. And David longed and said, oh, that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate. And the 3 mighty men brake through the host of the Philistines and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem, that it was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. Nevertheless, he would not drink thereof, but poured it out unto the Lord. And he said, be it far from me, O Lord, that I should do this. Is not this the blood of the men that went in jeopardy of their lives? Therefore, he would not drink it. These things did these 3 mighty men.
So these were the 3 that went and fought the Philistines just for a cup of water. Yo, that's how much they love David. When he says, get ye the love of the congregation, when you a general, just like we see it. We see our general. When he comes in, yo, Israel is like the light of Israel. It's the same thing when we go to battle and we see our deacons, our captains there. When they come in, we happy. Oh yeah, man, we got what is called here. We got what is called here. Yeah, we about to get it in. That's how David was to his army. They loved him to the point when he got wounded, they was like, listen, you can't fight no more. We know you can still get down, but we don't want you to die. Stay back. We'll take care of business. Read on.
And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among 3. And he lifted up his spear against 300 and slew them, and had the name among 3. Was he not most honorable of 3?
Was he not most honorable of the 3? Read.
Therefore, he was their captain.
So he was the captain of the 3. Read.
Howbeit, he attained not unto the first 3.
So this is the second 3. So it's the number 1, 3 of those guys, and then it's another 3. But Abishai, right?
Yep.
He's the top guy amongst those 3. Read.
And Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man, of Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in time of snow.
Man, hey, yo, you know how slippery it is? Black ice and all. He's like, yeah, I'm about to drive. I thought these 2 guys, I'm about to go kill this lion next. Man, read on.
And he slew an Egyptian, a goodly man.
A goodly man meaning this man knew how to fight. He could throw down. He was skilled. Read.
And the Egyptian had a spear in his hand, but he went down to him with a staff and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand and slew him with his own spear.
Read.
These things did Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, and had the name among 3 mighty men. He was more honorable than the 30, but he attained not to the first 3. And David set him over his guard.
Now read, watch this.
Asahel, the brother of Joab, was one of the 30.
So now, after you read the 7, now you're reading the 30. Asaph, the one that Abner hit in the 5th rib, this is him. If he was moving like a deer. How you think the men above him were moving? Yo! So watch this, but this is what I wanted y'all to see. Because it speaks about the regions where they come from and different things like that. Read verse 39.
Verse 39.
Uh-huh.
Uriah the Hittite, 37 in all.
So it says Uriah the Hittite, 37 in all. Uriah was a mighty man. Now let's see how he took care of his mighty men. Let's go to 2 Samuel 11 and 12. David and his army. So y'all could understand how you're supposed to be taking care of your brothers, making sure your brothers are good. So David, he became king. His mighty men, those that jeopardized their lives on the battlefield with him, he made sure what? Let's read it.
2 Samuel chapter 11, verse 12.
2 Samuel chapter 11, verse 12, yeah.
And David said to Uriah, tarry here today also.
Nah, let's start from verse up. Verse 1. Okay. Verse 1.
2 Samuel chapter 11, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And it came to pass, after the year was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him, and all Israel. And they destroyed the children of Ammon, and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem.
Uh-huh.
And it came to pass in an eventide, that David arose from off his bed, and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself.
Now this is where David, he committed, from what we've seen, 2 of them, but those other things that he may had, but it's not written. He numbered the children of Israel because the Lord moved him to do so. And numbering the children of Israel, he didn't get the token for the sanctuary, the tax. And then you have this, where he commits adultery against Uriah. But this is the point. Uriah was the least amongst the 37. For David to walk on top of the house of his roof and look down and could see Uriah's wife, letting you know the mighty men live. They live close to David. He made sure that they lived near the capital. They lived near him. He made sure his men were straight. While they were at war, listen, your wives and children, they're straight. They're in the capital where all the rest of the army is at, to make sure that nobody could, go out and kill any one of them. They were good. He made sure his brothers were straight. The men of war were good. Watch this. This is how we know. Jump down to verse 11.
Verse 11. And Uriah said unto David, the ark and Israel and Judah abide in tents.
Sorry, go to verse 9.
Verse 9.
8.
Verse 8. And David said to Uriah, go down to thy house and wash thy feet.
Go down to your house. Damn, you was just at eating with the king. What you mean go down to my house? I'm a Hittite. You got to go to the cities of the Hittites. That's where he dwelt at. But no, he dwelt near David. That's why he said, just go home. Meaning it was walking distance. Read.
And Uriah departed out of the king's house, and there followed him a mess of meat from the king.
Uh-huh.
But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his lord, and went not down to his house.
Letting you know the mindset of the army. He was like, man, I ain't going home. I ain't thinking about no box right now. What was Uriah thinking about? Read on.
And when they had told David, saying, Uriah went not down into his house, David said unto Uriah, camest thou not from thy journey? Why then didst thou not go down into thy house?
Uh-huh.
And Uriah said unto David, the ark and Israel and Judah abide in tents, and my lord Joab and the servants of my lord are encamped in the open fields. Should I then go into my house to eat and to drink and to lie with my wife? As thou livest, and as thy soul liveth, I will not do this thing.
He says, nah, I cannot sit and relax while my other brothers are fighting when they're putting their lives on the line. This was the mind, same thing with David. When he said that he went in and out before Israel, and he fought the battles, Uriah and his David's men, Uriah and all the other ones had the same mindset as David. Nah, I ain't doing that. David was idle. That's why he ended up looking, and he was idle because he wasn't fighting anymore. He was at home. David was known to fight. So this is what ended up happening to where he ended up killing Uriah. He ended up killing Uriah, taking his wife. Lord judged him. But the moment it came up to him, you might as well learn something on the way of learning something. Let's get to 12. Y'all gonna see, because you remember these were mighty men. They were rich. They could have had second wives. They could have had this. We're not saying that it's allowed today. No, it's not. The Lord said to have one wife, but it's going to show you what type of mindset these men had. Read that.
2 Samuel chapter 12, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord sent Nathan unto David, and he came unto him and said unto him, there were two men in one city, the one rich and the other poor.
Uh-huh.
The rich man had exceeding many flocks and herds.
Yeah, he had everything. He got all these wives, children. He has everything. Read.
But the poor man had nothing, save one little ewe lamb.
He had one little lamb. Read.
Which he had bought and nourished up.
He did what?
Which he had bought and nourished up.
Meaning she was promised to him. He knew her since she was young. They grew up together. This is what he's letting David know. That this poor man had a lamb that he bought and he nourished up. He grew up with her. Read.
And it grew up together with him and with his children. It did eat of his own meat and drink of his own cup.
He took care of her. Everything he had, she had. Read.
And
now,
lay in his bosom.
Sisters, this also go for y'all. Hey, do not put this stunt on your husband. Read.
And lay in his bosom and was unto him as a daughter.
He loved her. Uriah loved his wife, but in his final moments, when he could have went and checked her out when he got home, he says, nah, I can't do it because my brothers are out there warring. Read.
And there came a traveler unto the rich man, and he spared to take of his own flock and of his own herd to dress for the wayfaring man that was come unto him.
Uh-huh.
But took the poor man's lamb and dressed it for the man that was to come to him.
Read.
And David's anger was greatly kindled against them. And David's anger was greatly kindled against the man.
Uh-huh.
And he said to Nathan, as the Lord liveth, the man that have done this thing shall surely die.
So they say posting up clarity. He was like, yo, who the hell did that? Let you know David's mindset. After he did that, he thought he was good. He thought nobody saw him. His mind went right back on track. To the point when he heard this, he was like, nah, this ain't right. This man surely have to die. What did Nathan say next?
And he shall restore the lamb fourfold, because he did this thing, and because he had no pity. And Nathan said to David, thou art the man.
Nathan said, you the man that did it. Out of your own mouth, you know you supposed to die. Read.
Thus said the Lord God of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul. And I gave thee thy master's house, and thy master's wives unto thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah.
Uh-huh.
And if that had been too little,
if you said that was least, you want more? Read.
I will moreover have given unto thee such and such things.
Uh-huh.
Wherefore hast thou despised the commandment of the Lord to do evil in his sight? Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and hast taken his wife to be thy wife, and hast slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon. Now, therefore, the sword shall never depart from thine house.
Read verse 13.
Verse 13. And David said unto Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. And Nathan said unto David, the Lord has also have put away thy sin. Thou shalt not die.
Letting you know he had a broken spirit and a contrite heart. The moment he did it, he knew he was wrong. The whole time it was tormenting him. He thought he was good until Nathan pulled up and exposed it. You ain't get away with this. That's why the Lord that was mercy. People ain't know what grace and mercy was. It was always here. He always had grace and mercy. But he gave it to David like, yo, you were supposed to die. But that's why the house of David, it says evil shall rise up. Now, I know I ain't going to hold y'all, so let's run through these scriptures right quick. So, King David and his army. Hey, play the last video. 300. Because you got to think about this, man. If all these men were together, this is just 30. Read Revelation chapter 7. Read Revelation chapter 7. 144,000. Let's get it. Listen here. This was only 37 of them. Now imagine 144,000. Listen. All right. Read that. You got the clip? Let me know. All right, go read it. Read it.
The book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
And I heard the number of them which were sealed. And there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Read.
Of the tribe of Judah was sealed 12,000.
Uh-huh.
Of the tribe of Reuben was sealed 12,000.
Y'all get it? It's going to be 12,000 out of each tribe. You only read about 37 of them doing damage. It's about to be 144,000. Read Jeremiah 51 and 20 through 23. And we're going to play the video after this. And we're going to read 3 more scriptures. Because this, like I said, at the end of classes, I like to throw nuggets out there. If you catch it, you catch it. It is what it is. All right, read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 20.
Uh-huh.
Thou art my battle axe.
We're his battle axe. You men, you're the Lord's battle axe. Read.
And weapons of war.
Uh-huh.
For with thee will I break in pieces the nations.
The Lord is going to use 144,000 to get all the nations of the earth in check. Read.
And with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
Uh-huh.
And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider.
The Lord said with us, he's going to break these nations. All right, that's it?
Nope.
Read.
And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider.
Uh-huh.
With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman. And with thee will I break in pieces old and young. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid.
Listen, we killing everything, y'all. We killing everything. If it ain't in your spirit, it will be when you're changing that twinkling of an eye. God says we killing everything. With us, they ain't no chariots and horses. It's talking about tanks. You knocking tanks over. If you watch Black Adam, you see what Black Adam did? Listen, it's about to be 144,000 of them boys. All right, play games. Hey, play this. This is a carnal sense. Carnal sense. Play that. 300. We're gonna move up to after they bump into the shields. Yeah, I should have put Black Adam scene. I should have used the Black Adam. All right. Move forward. Oh, he dropped, buddy. Come get them. Move forward. Keep going. Yeah. Right there. Press play. Right? Man, listen here, boy. Hey, listen, get this in your spirit, because that's exactly how it's going to be. No mercy. Read. I mean, play, my bad. I know what I mean. All right, that's it. Y'all get the picture. So listen, them 37, they were nothing to play with. We seeing this, and we have to think about if the first out of the 30 was moving like a deer, you got to think about the other 7 that was on top, and you got to think about the other ones, because you know you trying to reach to the top when you in war. But you have to see this. Oh, yeah, all right, play it, bro. Play it. He in the spirit. He like, yo, hey, show it. Play it. When 144,000 come up, listen, it's going to be like this. You go. Yeah, he was itching for that one. He going to have a full beard, afro. Light work.
Shit! Where the hell did he come from? Run around! Go, go!
This is you breaking their chariots. You have to deal with 144,000 of these guys? Man, listen, man. All right, that's it. That's it. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I know people see. Listen, this is going to happen, yo. This is, y'all don't get it. This is about to happen. He says, listen, you have to think about the technology today that they have. And the Lord says, I'm going to use you to break everything. Weapons that we ain't never seen before that they like, I'm not going to show it to the other nations because I'm waiting to use it when World War III pop off. We going to have to face that. The 144,000 is going to be light work. Watch this. Because, you know, people think, you know, King David came and gone. He ain't back. All right. Listen. In that day, let's get it. Zechariah chapter 12 and verse 8. Because you will read this and be like, oh, the house of David go, that 144,000? All right. Play games. We seen the lion. We seen the bear. We seen how fast a roll runs. Nah, and that was when he was carnal. This is when he was in flesh, not when he had the white robe, the new body, the one that it don't get tired. Let's read this.
Zechariah chapter 12, verse 8.
Uh-huh.
In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Uh-huh.
And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David.
David was already something tough to deal with. Read.
And the house of David.
The 144,000.
And the house of David shall be as God.
They're going to be as God. Read the acts of Christ when he came back. Transporting himself to another location, walking through walls. When he rose, the dead rose with him. Listen here. I'm telling you, it says the house of David shall be as God's. Read.
As the angel of the Lord before them.
Now watch this. Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 24. Let's see if y'all catch it. Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 24. Let me see if that's where I want to start at. 23. Start from 3. 23.
Ezekiel chapter 37.
22.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 22.
Uh-huh.
And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all.
Uh-huh.
And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all.
Read.
Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things,
Read.
nor with any of their transgressions.
Come on.
But I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God.
This is Christ. Christ will be our God. Read.
And David my servant.
Who?
David my servant.
Read.
Shall be king over them.
Whoa. Whoa. Who's going to be king?
And David my servant shall be king over them.
Read.
And they all shall have one shepherd.
That one shepherd is Christ. Read.
They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes.
Let's see. Go finish.
And do them.
Not Jeremiah 30. Let's read verse 1 through 9. We're going to end it off on this. Jeremiah 30, verse 1 through 9.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 1. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord God of Israel, saying, Write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book. For lo, the days come, said the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, said the Lord. And I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers.
We're going back to our land.
And they shall possess it.
Uh-huh.
And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. But thus said the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace.
Uh-huh.
Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child.
Uh-huh.
Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness.
Okay, why is this? Read.
Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Read.
But he shall be saved out of it.
Uh-huh.
For it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord of hosts, that will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
Nobody's going to bring us back into captivity in that day. Read.
But they shall serve the Lord their God.
And who?
And David their king.
Oh, David coming back on this earth, y'all. King David is coming back. He's going to be king over us. Christ's going to be king over him. That's going to be the Lord of Lords, King of Kings. Yes, and King David will be the king. He will be the general in that day. Right. He's going to direct us. He's going to take orders from Christ and direct us. Hey, go kill this, go kill that. Read it again.
But they shall serve the Lord their God and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them.
Y'all understand that? Y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Listen, it ain't over, y'all.
That's right.
It's going to be a whole new battle when he come back.
Right.
All right, and with that, this has been King David and his army. We are his army, y'all.
That's right.
We are his battle axe. All right, so hey, all praises to the Most High. I pray y'all glean something from this class. Hey, man, double honors to the bishops, deacons, captains, man. Shalom to all you prophets doing the work. Most High in Christ bless.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.